We are currently live from the Ravensbourne School, and coming up on today's show, we have some of the funniest teacher and student moments.
We will be looking at top 5 pathetic excuses this year as voted for by teachers, and hearing about the next Marvel epic, Avengers Endgame.
At the end of the show, we'll have news about this year's production, The Greatest Showman. But first, let's take a look at some of the weirdest stories that have been in the news this week.
As we are all thoroughly bored of Brexit and the mainstream news, we decided to take a lighter look at lighter stories in the news at the moment.
Let's take a look into the top 3 weird stories in the news at the moment.
A study has found out that a trap where Skrillex could protect against mosquitoes.
Scary monsters and nice sprites by Skrillex prevented mosquitoes from attacking due to its mix of very high and low frequencies.
So the next time you're on holiday and scratching your legs and arms, you know what to play on the wireless speaker.
A space burger has landed at Colchester United's training ground.
The burger was attached to a weather balloon with a GoPro. It had travelled 24 miles up before the balloon popped, causing the burger to come back down.
The YouTuber Killen, who attached the burger to the balloon, claimed he would eat it once it returned, but apparently it didn't taste very nice.
I bet it still tastes better than a Happy Meal. Sometimes we all have that feeling that we haven't had our money's worth, but a hungry man has called the police because he wasn't given enough chips.
After finishing his meal, he felt like it wasn't enough and went back to the takeaway to complain. When the staff said they couldn't help him, he went outside to get a police officer to sort out the issue. However, nothing got resolved.
Well, when the chips are down, just don't bet on the police to sort it out.
Last week, we sent out reporters Jack Phillips and Razzie Rajkumar out into the school to find out students and staff what were their funniest moments.
Let's take a look at what they found.
My results? That was pretty funny. Yeah.
My funniest moment was I was on my way to assembly and I tripped over.
Oh my god, that's not funny. Go away.
What's your funniest moment in TRS?
When I fell off the fence.
Cheers.
Okay, first day of year 7, I walked in with the wrong shirt.
Go on, no, that's not very funny, but you know.
I remember kids running through, telling them to stop running. They didn't stop running, and he fell over.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I was teaching a year 11 rugby lesson, and the head of PE at the time at that school joined in. He basically got tackled by one of the year 11 boys, and in the process his shorts got pulled down to his ankles. So he was lying there on the floor, and unfortunately on that day he wore the tiniest little white pants you can imagine. So for that, all year 11 boys absolutely crazy out laughing, including me, and he didn't leave it down since. So.
When I was called out by a geography teacher for making a joke. Very funny at all.
Okay, let's go.
I think maybe Jack was funnier than the stories.
Or it is for, I haven't done my homework, or I'm late because the excuse has always been a big part of school life.
So, we thought we would take a look at them by running down the top 5 most pathetic excuses teachers have heard this year. Coming in at number 5, a classic, a student who was pooped on by a pigeon on their way to school, apparently causing them to be 30 minutes late. At number 4, an excuse for not being informed.
When questioned, the student cheekily responded, I was here when the bell went, and I was in the toilet because I desperately needed to poo. It was a good one.
That's too much information.
Yes, it is. In at number 3, we have a student whose hedgehog apparently ate the school tie.
A great imagination, as when the parents were called, the hedgehog was completely fictional. In at number 2, a student who was told to do a drawing based around religion and God.
When asked why the paper was blank, they said, because God doesn't exist. I personally don't agree with that, but finally, coming in at number 1, a fantastically imaginative story about about why a student didn't do their homework.
Apparently, when they told their dad what it was, he took the sheets and put them in the toilet and then flushed it.
This then clogged the toilet and it exploded. So they had to go and stay at the nan's house. And the nan doesn't believe in homework.
It probably would have been quicker to do the homework than come up with the excuse.
Yes, it would have been. Well, I'm disappointed that the classic "My dog ate my homework" was on the list.
I think that one may be a little bit overused, but moving on.
11 years in the making.
The culmination of a 22-film story arc.
Anticipated by millions.
Of course, we are talking about the imminent release of Avengers Endgame this month. Let's take a quick look at the trailer.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Wow, it looks amazing. I can't wait.
We sent a couple of our students out around the school to ask staff and students what they wanted as a power.
And no spoilers, we promise.
Invisibility, so I can see what people are up to.
I would be able to speed read because there are so many books I want to read.
Super strength, because then I can outlift Thomas to it. I'd have the power to fly so that I can go anywhere in the world whenever I want.
I'd love to have the ability to walk through walls, because then I can just appear just at the wrong time and at the right time, whenever no one's expecting it.
Probably precognition, so I can see into the future and see if I can fix any mistakes or help anyone.
Time travel, so I could go forward and check the Euromillions tickets.
Okay, I would like to have a super speed so I can get things done really super fast.
Any other teacher? Mr. Berry. He needs to be Mr. Flash.
Mr. Contreras, well, he would be Spider-Man.
Mr. Wilson, and I'd do him as the Hulk, because like he just breaks everything.
I'd say Mr. Mills would be like Deadpool because he's really funny.
Mr. Vincent would be the Hulk, because he's all nice until he gets angry.
Yeah,
This film will be released in cinemas on April the 24th.
Speaking of films, one of the biggest and most memorable films of last year was The Greatest Showman.
Yes, it was. And this year, TRS will be presenting a stage version of this phenomenal film as a summer production.
It looks to be a huge spectacular, and we are lucky enough to be joined by Mrs. Morell and some of the cast, who is here to talk to us about the show and what is going on in preparation for it.
Hi guys, do you want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Tiana. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Sabrina.
I'm Harley. I'm Nathan.
Why The Greatest Showman?
So we wanted to do something that would inspire all the students, and we know this film is massively loved by everyone. Everyone knows the songs, and we just wanted to make it a huge celebration at the end of the summer where everyone felt they could join in, whether they were coming as a spectator or audience or whether they were in it. We wanted loads and loads of people interested, and we had over 200 students audition to do singing, dancing or acting, so we obviously hit something that they like. And we love the moral that comes across in it, to celebrate being different, being unique, and we thought that would pull everyone together.
So, how is this show different from any of the previous shows?
Well, as Miss Morrow said, it really highlights uniqueness, and this year we're going to be highlighting the prominent singers in the school, so they'll be singing, and the actors will be acting And yeah, I just think it would be like a really fun project for the whole school to really get involved in, like, because now we have 2 schools, Eden Park and Ravensbourne, and it's just really good fun.
We're also going to add things in like lifts, and we're going to teach younger students who haven't been here so long to be able to do things that involve scientific assembly, which older ones would have learned, to allow more creative just to come into the show and make it something that's never been seen.
So what were auditions like?
The auditions were like very proper auditions. They had a section for acting, a section for singing, a section for dancing. It was very chilled out, and I feel like the timing was very well done.
Yeah, I like how they put EPH and TRS together and didn't really segregate them. It just felt like more of a family kind of.
Nice. So when is it all happening?
Well, it's happening on the 11th and 12th of July, and it's going to be completely different from anything we've done before because we're going to do it in rounds. So the audience are going to be on like the outside, and everyone's going to be looking in, and we're going to have bits of fabric hanging down like a circus tent.
So everyone make sure to buy your ticket the 11th and 12th of July. Well, thank you for joining us, and we can't wait to see the summer production.
Well, sadly, that's all the time we have for this episode.
All that remains for us to do is wish you a happy and safe Easter holidays and let you know that a new episode of the show will be transmitted at the end of summer, where we will be reporting on more stories from around the school. Bye now!